So what's the next step if you are a man or a woman who struggles with unwanted same-sex attraction? You don't see yourself as gay identified, but you don't know what to do with this. This is a daily struggle for you. There's so much that you can do. There's so much information out there now, today, that we didn't have, let's say, 20 years ago even. Community is key, first and foremost. You know, we have needs as human beings, and again, most of the times we're outside of getting those needs met, which is why we tend to act out in whatever way we act out. So how do we begin to get those needs met? How do we begin to feel as though we belong, especially to our gender? Because most of the time, that's what we don't feel. I know that was true for me. I didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't feel like a man. I didn't feel like I understood what it was to be a man. It all started with stepping out and risking. That I had to actually trust other men. I was given an opportunity to trust other men. They invited me to this meeting of sorts, good, solid Christian men, scared me to death. And I smiled, and I said, sure, I'm going to be there. And I was lying through my teeth. There was no way I was going to that meeting. Why? Because they scared me. Why did they scare me? Because I didn't identify with them. I thought they would look down upon me. I thought, oh, they're going to find me out, for sure. But then I made a decision. I made a decision to go anyway. And I stepped into my fear. It's going to be scary. You're going to take risks. Thank God for fear, because without fear we could never know our courage. And so I stepped into my fear and I found my courage, and it was the beginning of healthy, safe male community. It was healthy male intimacy, and I began to get my needs met, and those men began to brother me and father me and just befriend me. And a story that was going to be just between me and God opened up. I began to share eventually with these men, and all they did was love me. That does a lot for someone who feels unlovable. That did a lot for me. I felt like I didn't belong, I was unlovable, I was unworthy. And suddenly I had men that saw my shame, saw my brokenness, and saw that I was lovable just as I was. So, first step, community. What does your community look like? Is it surface? Do you even have someone or several people that you can talk to? If not, then that's where you begin. Does that mean you go to an SA meeting or a Samson meeting or a codependency group? Or if there's a meeting in your church or whatever that is, get to know some people. And community, by community, I always mean safe, healthy men or women. That doesn't mean that they're going to be perfect, of course, but by safe, I mean that their intention is only good for you. Their intention is to never hurt you on purpose. So in community and stepping in and risking, that is where this journey really begins. That's really just the beginning. And with that will come so many different thoughts and questions and fears and anxieties and sadness. All of these things will begin to get stirred up. And what I say about all of that is just more opportunity. Every bit of it is one more opportunity to take another step. Oh, I'm afraid of this now? Oh, okay, I need to step into that. Oh, that's bringing me anxiety, or that makes me really sad, but I don't want anyone to see that I'm sad. I have to be okay. You know, this is the stories that often go on in our heads, certainly mine. But it's only in saying, no, can I be sad with these men? Can I be joyful with these men? Can I be angry at these men? And even be wrong. We can always figure out wrong later. Can I be authentic in healthy community, safe community? Once we can cross that threshold, the sky is the limit. It's not going to be a short journey, but it will be a rewarding one.